9 games to go in the season, and the title race is well and truly on. Juventus, Napoli, both on 63 points. Milan 61, Inter 58. We face Inter Milan as the first game of the day. Welcome back, everyone, to our My Player Career Mode. Thank you for your incredible support. I hope you're all doing fantastic and having an awesome day. One thing I noticed was that we actually do have to play Napoli, and that is towards the back end of the season. It's our penultimate game of the Serie A season. So the title race may come down to that game right there. Who knows? Before we jump into today's episode, though, a like target. If we get 600 likes on today's video, I'll give you another episode of My Player Career Mode tomorrow. If you like what you see and you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. Over 65% of you who currently watch my videos are not subscribed, and my goal is to try and hit 100,000 by the end of the year. So thank you all so much for all of your incredible support. As I say at the start of every video, I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's get into today's episode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, my friends. Unfortunately, we have to start the first game on the bench because I don't have any training and our manager rating is as a sub. So we'll click play match. As soon as we do, we'll know exactly what the score is when we join the game at the San Siro. Here we go, and it is 1-0 Inter, which is not a good start. We replaced Vlahovic to play up front with 28 minutes to go. Fabinho with the goal. We have just gone to ultra-attacking, so that'll leave space for Inter to try and exploit on the counter-attack. But it does mean we should have players to join the attack and help us try to get this goal that we need, as it will be an Inter throw-in over on the right-hand side. The intriguing factor as well is that the boss has opted to put me on up front, replacing Vlahovic, rather than keeping Vlahovic on and us playing out wide. Martinez, big save, Castiles. Big moments from Juventus' goalkeeper. Bastoni, deep in his own half for Inter Milan. Has to be so careful that he does not give this ball away. We've been told to switch out to play right midfield as Zaniolo's now gone through the middle. Barella to Gabriel Jesus out wide. It's a lovely ball towards Bravo, who will get there first as well, as there are goals happening elsewhere. That's a poor ball back in, though. Gvardiol intercepts. Now De Jong to Pedri, to Zaniolo. Zaniolo to Mazraoui. Mazraoui's got me away. We've got to utilise this ball correctly as we get into the area of Inter Milan. What was the extra touch? I don't know. The chance still goes. Why did my player take the extra touch? This was the moment I press shoot. Then, for some reason, he doesn't. My player delays it. And in the end, Martinez's face is what stops the ball going in. Time is really not on Juventus' side as change is made. 2 changes, in fact. Brahim Diaz on, and so too Gusto. Here is Lautaro Martinez for Bravo, who's offside. That will be now given as a free kick the way of Juventus. 5 minutes to go as we need an equaliser. We had to rely on Castiles earlier on in the game to pull off a fantastic save to stop Inter from finding their second. But we need a chance ourselves. That's a brilliant ball. Here is Brahim Diaz. We're at the back post. Can he get the ball across? He tried it. It's cleared. De Jong. Brahim Diaz again. What a turn that is. Right foot. Kept out by Martinez. The turn was wonderful. The finish had to be there. Martinez, he's a top quality goalkeeper. We saw it when we took over as Villa boss in our mini manager career mode series, how good he was. And he's just pulled off a sensational save to stop Juventus from getting an equaliser. Gusto will fight till the end, though. Zaniolo. De Jong. De Jong away from a challenge. Still got it. Now Gusto again. Inside to Schuler. He will play it for Zaniolo. To De Jong. To Schuler. And the chance is gone because Dumfries has won it back. Inter will win a slender victory, it looks like, as there's a minute added on. And it is, unfortunately, points drop for Juve, or is it? Gusto, forwards, round the corner for Zaniolo. Zaniolo out wide to Brahim Diaz. Seconds remain. One final throw of the dice by Juventus. De Jong, Rodriguez in the way, and that is that from the San Siro. If Napoli have got the result elsewhere, they will take top spots in Serie A with 8 games to go. They haven't played yet. They're playing later on in the day, and they're away from home, so here's to hoping Salernitana can do us a favour and get a result. We've got a couple of games with England that we've got coming up, and I think these are European Championship qualifiers. They are indeed. We won't be playing these. We'll go through and sim them. So starting with this first game here against Romania, and the result is a 3-2 victory with Kane getting a double, and I believe Foden got the other one for England. He did indeed. as we will carry on, and it will be another game with England, this time up against Scotland, who probably need a victory if they are to try and get into the Euros. It does not look like they're going to be able to, however, as it will be a 2-1 win. We got both of the goals in this one. Would you believe it? Napoli lost by 3 goals to 2. So our defeat to Inter means that it's fine because we still are on the same points as Napoli. Inter currently have top of the table, but that's because they've played an extra game. We win our game in hand, we return top, but it's just 2 points between first and fourth. What a title race we have got on our hands here, my friends. Salernitana, who just beat Napoli, is our next fixture. And with a bit of training, I'm hoping I'll be back in the starting 11 for this one. We will find out. We are indeed getting. We're back into the team. And I'm ready to make the difference. Play match. Here are the 2 lineups. Chiesa, Vlahovic and myself, the usual front 3. And it looks like a brilliant Juventus side. Let's win this game. And we are underway here, looking for our first chance immediately. Vlahovic will play me. First time left foot. Goal. 2 minutes in. Dream starts for Juve at the Allianz Stadium. And it's our first return, first start in a matter of, well, months, because we were injured, weren't we? But on our return to the starting 11, it's taken us 2 minutes to get the ground running for Juventus. Much needed starts. Every time Salernitana clear the ball, it's coming back at them. What a turn by Vlahovic. It's 2-0. And Juventus are running away with it. Here at the Allianz Stadium, Salernitana, they got a great result against Napoli. But they are up against one of the world's best front 3s. And that is on show. Myself, Vlahovic with a goal apiece. 2 chances. And Juve have taken them both. Vlahovic, Chiesa, out wide for myself. The header back into the feet of Vlahovic. Forward for Chiesa again. He's away from the challenge. He needs the overlapping run, which in the end does not come yet. Now Pedri, inside for Zakaria. Controls! 3-0 Juve! The captain's on the score sheets, and it's 3 inside half an hour. 1 every 10 minutes in the way of goals for Juventus. Keep this up. The game's going to finish 9-0. Valencia is into a good position. We're tracking the run out wide here. Valencia doesn't have options, which is why Silva has won it back. Pedri combines with Vlahovic. Pedri's ball attempted forward for Chiesa is cut out, and it'll go forward here to Silas. He plays it to Botheim. Botheim with a strike, and Castiles tips it round the post. Milan against Sassuolo elsewhere, and there is a goal for Sassuolo, and I believe it is 1-0 to the away side. It is indeed, as Zakaria looks for Chiesa to find our 4th, so that result is good for us. That's a poor throw out by the goalkeeper. So we take the touch. Now Chiesa into a bit of space. There's 4. Federico Chiesa with a thunderous finish at the near post. Salernitana's goalkeeper will have to take the blame for it as he looked to get the game back underway quickly, threw it straight out. Juventus get it back, and the ball is in Salernitana's goal for 4. And we'll see the finish again here. And as mentioned, Sassuolo's goal putting them ahead against Milan means that's good for us. But the question is, what's going on with Napoli? I've not seen anything yet from that game. I'm not actually sure if they're playing the same day as us. This result, though, if it is our game in hand over Inter, takes us back top of Serie A. How on earth Chiesa's come away with this ball, I'm not quite sure, but he has done. And Chiesa has options. One of those is to play it far out wide as we cut back in on the left foot. There's the strike, and it's saved. Good save as well at that. Otherwise, it was Juventus with another one. And I'm trying to get the chance here as Zakaria will play De Jong. De Jong will play Vlahovic. And there is our 5th anyway. It was a good save before this, but Juventus still find a way. De Jong, Vlahovic, back the way of De Jong. It was a good move initially, as why does it take 10 years for my player to kick the ball there? We've got the goal anyway, but I thought Vlahovic was going to be offside because when I pressed the button, my player didn't react. It was as if it was the same thing when we missed that chance against Inter earlier, when Martinez saved it with his face. I pressed the button and it took my player like a couple more seconds before he actually did it, but thankfully, the ball's in the goal, we have our 6th. And if anything, that miss against Inter earlier on for me shows that I am human. I do miss chances. I don't score every chance that comes my way. It was just unfortunate. It was in such a big game with a score at 1-0. It is what it is, as we will pick up a 6-0 victory over Salernitana. And we will now take top spot back in the Serie A. 7 games to go. Milan with a 1-1 draw against Sassuolo. Napoli had not yet played. They take on Cagliari later on. Let's have a look then, as we now do face, wow, Atletico Madrid in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. But I want to quickly look at the table. What happened with Napoli? Did they end up dropping more points? The answer is no. They join us on 66 with a 2-1 victory over Cagliari. So, as I say, 7 games remain. We're top. Fiorentina next. Ooh, Napoli-Roma is a good game. Roma might be able to get something against Napoli and do us a favour there. Inter are taking on Hellas Verona. And who are Milan playing? They're playing Lazio, so that's another incredible fixture. Some really tough games for some sides around us coming up. Europa League quarter-final first leg. We are away to Atletico. I wasn't expecting to face Atletico Madrid in the Europa League, but here we are. And the 2 lineups are on your screen. This is going to be a tough game. De Jong forward to Vlahovic. Vlahovic on the turn. He's got myself and Chiesa making a move. Chiesa's ball out wide for Mazraoui. Looks for the ball into the middle. Mazraoui still has it. Now Zakaria to De Jong. Zakaria again. We've all swapped positions, myself, Vlahovic and Chiesa. That's a lovely ball from De Jong to find Chiesa. We'll get our shot away. The ball will be back with Pedri, who will go for goal. And Oblak saves at his near post. Early defending for Atletico to do. A few of the Juventus lads as well on their return to Spain. Pedri, De Jong, both formerly of Barcelona, of course. As a couple of misplaced passes from both teams. Now Julian Alvarez for Atletico. As Koeman will be found by Felix. Koeman's got Felix through the middle. João Felix with a chance! João Felix with a goal! Atletico strike! 15 minutes in, Felix hits the top corner. Initially, Atletico gave away the ball straight to us. We then gave it straight back to them. A couple of misplaced passes and a few mistakes. There was no mistake, though, with a finish from João Felix. Bremer to De Jong. De Jong will play me. We'll find Vlahovic. Vlahovic to Pedri. Pedri with a loose pass, though. Fernandes gets to it first. And that is not the first time that we've seen a loose ball from Juventus, causing us a problem. Gvardiol in quickly to win it off of João Felix, though. That's good defending, as Vlahovic will play me. And there is the half-time whistle. There was no real additional time there in the first half. It's been a close game. Just a couple of chances. Felix took Atletico's, and they lead at the break 1-0. Let's see what the boss has said to the lads at half-time to try and have some inspiration for this second half. Chiesa's down the left-hand side. He's cut it back for Zakaria. Zakaria to Vlahovic. The touch let him down, but Pedri will get on the loose ball. And Pedri will smash Juventus back onto level terms. Whatever the boss said, it's worked. Straight away as we began the second half, Juventus went forwards. And as I mentioned, Vlahovic's first touch took it too close to the Atletico defender who blocked his shot. But then the luck of the bounce falls Pedri's way. And he makes no mistake with his finish. Smashing it past Jan Oblak in the Atletico goal. All square here at the Wanda Metropolitano. Mazraoui's ball forwards. We will get there. Vlahovic has started to make his move. Here's the ball for Vlahovic. Vlahovic into the area now as he goes across. It is away, but not fully away just yet. As Juventus are now beginning to ask more and more questions of this Atletico defence. De Jong looking for the ball through as Casale, who cleared the ball initially, gets there again for Atletico. Gvardiol trying to win the header. He hasn't really done that. Kondogbia finds Fernandes. Fernandes plays Alvarez, who can now send it through to the goal scorer, João Felix. And this is where Atletico would love to hit us on the counter. Bernardo Silva's ball is cut out by Silva, but he's got it straight back here. Bernardo Silva and Julian Alvarez has given Atletico their second. We were putting pressure on their defence, but we weren't able to defend ourselves. Atletico retake the lead, and it is awful the way they do that as well. Such sloppy play by Juventus. You'll see it again here. That's the ball, and Silva does well initially to intercept it. Has his pocket picked almost immediately. Nobody's picking up Alvarez. Turns, fires in, and the strike partnership of Julian Alvarez and João Felix both on the score sheet tonight. 2-1 Atletico. The boss not happy. Really not happy because he's now just taken me off as well. That's the end of my game here tonight. 5 minutes remains. Atletico corner as Juventus made a few more changes. Mazraoui, the latest player to go off as Alvarez is crossed into the box, back post. Silva's header only back into our area, not really where you want it. Satalo towards Bruno Fernandes on the turn, finding Kondogbia. Now Bernardo Silva. Are Atletico going to find their third? Good defending by Bremer as he plays it the way of De Jong. Now Vlahovic, breakaway on for Juve. The ball for Saigankov, who don't know what he's thinking. Chiesa was not there. He ended up just giving the ball straight back to Atletico, and that is Full time from the Wanda Metropolitano. Atletico 2, Juve 1. I said it would be a tough game. And after the first leg, we are behind and in need of a fight back at the Allianz Stadium. Some of the results in the other ties in the Europa League. Everton beating Bayern by 2-1. As I lose loads of manager rating points because all the objectives I wasn't able to complete. Also, being substituted in that game, I wasn't expecting to be. So I don't know if there's a little bit of a disagreement between me and Allegri. We are still transfer listed after our manager rating dropped really low. But yeah, he was quick to take us off in that match. Admittedly, I hadn't played that well though. Right, what's next? We have got Fiorentina away. And right now, Napoli, they have given us an opportunity to control top spots on points because they've only drawn their recent game. A lot of fitness issues for Juventus in this one. Vlahovic only just past halfway. We did take on Atletico 2 days before this game, so Fiorentina fully fit. This could be a difficult game for us. We shall see though. Thuram has got an option to find Jota, who's in the area. Jota, big save, Castiles. Early sight of goal, Fiorentina, a bit panicky as well from Juventus, especially you saw it with that clearance there. Jota's ball to Marcus Thuram. Well, there's the goal. Fiorentina lead after 9 minutes. Juventus, wake up, please. You can't be doing things like this. Vlahovic wins the header. De Jong just doesn't react. And then Jota finds Thuram. Thuram smashes it past Castiles. And I was going to say that Juventus, as if we needed any more incentive to want to win a football match, Napoli slip up gives us the opportunity to take top spot. Well, at the moment, that's not happening. And to be fair, at this crucial time in the season, momentum is so important. Corner ball Fiorentina, 5 minutes to go until half-time, and Juventus haven't been in this game. We have not even threatened Fiorentina's goal. Here is Weston McKennie. Gavardio blocks his shot, but Juventus need to find a way out of this poor performance in the first half. Because at this crucial point of the season, we have to try and get something from this game. Even if it is just a draw to put us onto the same points as Napoli, we need at least the draw. Of course, we want the win though. Thuram will pick up the ball. Nobody really closing him down yet. Thuram's allowed to play the ball through and Gavardio will intercept. How much additional time are we going to have in this first half? And ultimately, I don't think we'll get anything from this first half. We need a big 45 minutes in this second half coming up. Thuram's goal inside 10 minutes is the difference at the break. Chiesa, Vlahovic. Chiesa and Vlahovic trying to create something, and we are being frustrated so far here today. That's lovely though. Zakaria, Vlahovic into the area. He's hit the bar. How has he hit the bar? That's the first time we've been able to create the chance, and we had to find it. As we got a chance to find the cross for Vlahovic again, Balerdi away. Is it going to be one of those days that looked like a certain handball from Thuram? Ref played advantage, I think, for a handball against us. Is it going to be one of those days for Juve where it just doesn't quite, when you need that little bit of luck, work out? Fabio Silva turning. Great save, Castiles. 12 minutes from time. Fiorentina almost find their second as we went close to an equaliser. Boss is going for it. Zaniolo on for Mazraoui as he changes the formation, I believe, as well. Fabio Silva, Hudson-Odoi. Now McKennie into the area, putting it back. Silva! That's game! Fiorentina 2, Juventus 0. And when it matters most, Juventus have not shown up. Fabio Silva gets their second. And it means that Napoli will lead the title race with 6 matches to play. Full time, Fiorentina 2, Juventus 0 is the score. And that is disastrous. We can have no complaints either. Look at the match facts. Fiorentina were by far and away the better side. 10 chances to our 2. Inter's 4-2 victory over Hellas Verona is not good. It looked like we were just tired. It looked like a tired performance. And as I say, we took on Fiorentina days after our 2-1 first leg defeat to Atletico. So that didn't help us. And if you look at the actual games we've got coming up, we literally have, look, 4 games in 10 days. 4 games in 10 days. That is, yeah, well, it looks like we're having to start the game on the bench here against Atletico because I don't have any training and my manager rating is too low. So for the final game of the day, we will know after this whether or not we are still in the Europa League or not. And it is 2-1 still. 0-0 the scoreline. 56 minutes in, we're on to play up front. De Jong's ball into my feet as we turn away. Look for the opening, and it's not there yet. It's all hands on deck for Atletico as they defend. The ball is cleared away only as far as Frenkie de Jong again. Lovely turn from us to open up a yard of space as we get it out wide here for Chiesa. Chiesa now on the left-hand side. Ball back in. There is a big save from Jan Oblak. Corner ball Juve. Over to take it is Frenkie de Jong. Not a great delivery as it will be cleared away. And actually, Alvarez has got to it first. That's not good. As I'll track the run of João Felix as Alvarez can take it out to the left-hand side for Atletico. Forced back, though. Good work in the end by Juventus to not give them an easy ball out. Having said that, they found their way out brilliantly. Almada's played João Felix. João Felix has now got through. And João Felix has sunk Juventus. I don't know what's happened. I really don't. I've made no changes to the sliders. Made no changes to the difficulty. I don't believe there's been a patch. But I just can't work out how or why we go from playing the way we do to a switch. And then it is back to being poor again. We saw it at times at Liverpool. We're seeing it again at Juventus. And we could blame it on the fact that we're tired, possibly. But I don't know. I don't know. Mount's cross. Gvardiol will block it, but he can't stop the corner. Atletico get a free corner to take here. And they're so set in their defensive formation. They are making this incredibly tough. What a save, Casteels. Spoke about an Oblak save earlier on, which is a big save. Casteels pulls off one of his own. It's not really going to matter, though, in the outcome of this game. But it was a fantastic piece of goalkeeping. And we still are yet to clear this corner. Now we will get it back. Casteels with the chance to get Juve on the attack. But I don't believe there'll be anything from this game for us. If we get a goal here, maybe. But we've given it away. Alvarez with space. He's got options in the middle. Julian Alvarez goes backwards. Bernardo Silva sets it for Fernandez. Saved again by Casteels. Zaniolo finds my feet as we'll play it out wide for Chiesa. Chiesa on the left. What can he do here? Looking for the ball into the box. It's cleared not once but twice by Mount. And there is full time. Atletico knock us out of the Europa League. Can you imagine the start we had to life at Juventus if we go on to not win a single trophy this season? We're now second in Serie A. We're out of the Europa League. And we only have a 3-2 first leg lead over Milan in the Coppa Italia. To make matters worse, we're in this really tricky spot where we haven't got enough manager rating to start the matches. And I don't have training either. So, yeah, we do fortunately have a game in hand. And it looks like Napoli don't want to win the title either because they've just drawn again. Let me see. Who have Napoli drawn against? Well, to be fair, Inter. So that's a tough game. Before Inter, it was a draw with Roma. So I take it back. They were two really, really tough games for Napoli. So we still can take back top spot. But to do that, we're going to have to beat, I believe we're taking on Roma next. We are indeed. And we are not starting that one. But that will be next episode. So who knows how this title race is going to finish. I am hoping we have a trophy at the end of this season. But the way we finished today's episode, I'm not that confident. And as I say, I don't really know what happened. Because it felt like we were playing really well. And then like in a matter of a switch, we then go back to not playing very well at all. Can't defend. Don't seem to be able to put together 3 or 4 passes. I don't know. But Coppa Italia, we will play Milan as well after Roma. 3-2 is that one. Inter are 2-1 up against Napoli. And of course, our Europa League run has now ended with defeat to Atletico, who will face fellow Italian side, Inter. Everton knocking out Bayern Munich as they'll take on Villarreal. For now though, my friends, that is going to be where we end today's episode. A huge thank you for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like. 600 likes. And we'll be back again tomorrow for another episode. If you aren't around here like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. Activate the notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload. And I will see you all back here again for a brand new video very soon. Until then, stay safe, look after each other. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Adios.